Welcome to all. Continue the questions. Every day or every class, something new will be there. See, now, 65. Find moment of inertia about centroidal axis. All dimensions in millimeter. See, there is a rectangle here. One semicircle here, one semicircle here, one semicircle here. Nice sketch, something like this. Okay. Now, first, go for usual statements. I don't, see, first you are right. What all usual statements? I will not explain this one. Somebody may tell, he directly going for Y bar without telling why, what is Y bar, etc. No. Such people, I don't want to again tell again and again about them. So, required moment of inertia about centroidal axis. This I wrote how many times earlier. That is, we will call XX and YY pass into centroid G with the red color we will mark. Then first you have to locate centroid G. Okay, then write a note here. Write the sketch once again. You write the same sketch once again and write there. See, this is axis of symmetry. See there, you can make out by looking only. Axis of symmetry. That is your YY axis. So later, see, your YY axis will be directly marked here through center without any calculation. See, YY, YY. If you want distance, the total is 500. From extreme end, both will be 250, 250. I will enter later. Okay, now. But this is symmetrical about YY, but not about XX. See, so to locate XX, you require Y bar. Oh, this I wrote, then I changed my mind. I wrote it here once again. Okay, you require to locate XX axis. For that, you require Y bar. Okay, right. Y bar from AB. Before that one, see, 200 by 300. 200 by 300 rectangle. This semicircle diameter is 200. So diameter 200. So therefore this radius is 100. Okay, I wrote diameter 200. These two semicircles diameter will be 300, 300. See, 300, 300. So radius will be 150, 150. Using that one, 200 plus 150 plus 150 is 500. 300 plus 100 is 400. Okay, now calculate Y bar from bottom edge AB. You write the formula. I don't want to write one again and again. A1 Y1 plus A2 Y2 plus A3 Y3 plus A4 Y4 divided by total area. Okay, start. Area. I will take rectangle 1, this semicircle 2, this 3 and 4. See, A1. I won't explain area now. So this area into Y1 from here to AB. Half of 300. A1 Y1 plus this area. Now see, it's a waste of time telling again pi by 8 of 200 square. It is told more than 200 times. So that area into its centroid from here is 300 plus 2d by 3 pi. Plus, see, brackets are important. See, this is for 1, this is for 2. Then 3, this area, pi by 8 of 300 square into, see, this centroid. This way is 2d by 3 pi, but this way is center. So, if it is 300, this is 300 by 2. So, directly 300 by 2. Now, identical for 4. See, how is G3 and G4 with respect to AB? Both are same. Therefore, multiply by 2 or A1 Y1, A2 Y2, A3 Y3. Once again, same A4 Y4 divided by A1 plus A2 plus A3. A4 equal to A3 into 2, you get 170.649 millimeter. Now locate here. From this axis, you got from bottom edge. See, I want to mark the top edge also now. Top extreme edge here. Okay. From bottom, 170.649. So it will cross the center of rectangle. Why? It is 150. Little above centroid. See, little above. How much exactly above is not required now. This is your XX axis. XX axis from here to here will be 170 point space. I want more space here. 170.649. When I want space, I write like this so that I round off. So from top edge to here will be from total 400 subtract 229.351. Or you can do one thing. You find y bar from top. See, A1, Y1, A2, Y2, A3, Y3, A4, Y4 by area. You will get 229.351. Okay, now it is ready for moment of inertia. Okay, now start calculating moment of inertia. To save the time, first I will tell usual, then I will go for it. Okay. 65, next 66, I should remember it. Next is 66, okay, I'll remember. See, for me, subject is not a problem. This numbering all, I forget. Sometime when I calculate, put the calculator there and come here, I forget what is that number. Okay, now, right. See, if you want, some people will tell centroid G, and I told this extreme end here without calculation, this distance or this extreme end from here to here not required. Total 500, half is 250, 250. You can write directly 250, 250. Okay. Now, right, usual. Up to here, no problem, I think. I'll check later. Calculation of I about XX and I about YY. Right. Now repetition by parallel axis theorem. I about any axis equal to IG plus AH square. IG and area I use green color, H I use red color. What? Question number 65. Now if somebody will ask, sir, write neatly. No, I won't write neatly. That is, you are not serious. Okay, start. Now correctly find IXX and IYY. I will write both of them, IXX here. Most probably, I can write IYY also here. Both I can write. I will write and then explain. Again, to save the time. Now calculate moment of inertia. Very simple. You don't have to actually go through the class. You can take a paper and write and check the answer. Start. Figure 1. I about XX. I about its own centroidal axis. 200 into 300 cube divided by 12 plus area into from G1 to XX this distance square. 170.649 minus half of 300 whole square. You get the answer. Write the answer. 2. I about its own centroidal axis. See here. 0.00686 diameter power 4. No clarification. Why? See, now I am telling about this axis 0.00686 diameter power 4. Later, when I do for I for YY, I will tell pi by 128 diameter power 4. Anybody getting doubt or telling not explaining properly? Usual answer. I can't tell anything. So 0.00686 diameter power 4 plus area into, see, this distance square from here to here. See, correctly observe. Red color I tell. Actually not required. You can make out from there only. See, this distance square is 229.351. Subtract 100. You will get this distance plus 2d by 3 pi whole square will give for 2. 3. I about its own centroidal axis. For this semicircle, see, about this axis. Pi by 128 diameter power 4, 300 power 4 plus area into from centroid to XX this distance square 170.649 minus this distance is exactly half of 300 square. Now, IXX for 4, don't calculate, is same as IXX for 3. See here, same centroidal axis, same distance square. So you write, once you write IXX for 3, whatever answer you get, IXX for 4 equal to IXX for 3 equal to, write that answer. Now it is your responsibility to complete the question. What to do? Nothing to do. Okay, if somebody will ask, sir, what is next step? Nothing. Okay. Get the answer. Now start. IYY. Sometimes such languages to be, such harsh language to be used. Someone will ask, you did not complete the question. What complete? Who is studying here and who is teaching? You are learning. You complete it. Start. I about its own center of axis. 300 into 200 cube by 12 plus area into the centroid G1 lies in YY, therefore into what? Into 0 square. Okay. For 2, I about its own centroidal axis. Pi by 128 diameter power 4. Again centroid G2 also lies in YY 0 square. Next 3. I about its own centroidal axis. 0.00686 diameter power 4 plus area into from centroid G3 to YY. See this distance square. This distance square is, see correctly there, 250 as per the sketch here 0 square. See 250 minus 150 plus 250 minus 150 will give you this distance plus 2d by 3 pi, 2 into 300 divided by 3 pi whole square over. Or you can do one thing, see, when this is exactly center, symmetry is there, you don't have to come that way. If this is 200, this is how much? 100. 100 plus 2d by 3 pi also will do. See, 250 minus 150 will give you 100 only once again. Okay. Now, IYY for 4 is same as IYY for 3. Therefore, do the needful. This is question number, which one? 66. Now, I will go for question number 67. Very easy question. I will write the question and start. This is one of the easiest questions. See, same as last time question. 200, 300, one semicircular, same semicircular, one semicircular, one semicircular. Write the question. See, little turned actually. Don't worry about those things all. I have no patience to take a scale and write correctly. See, if this is the diameter, radius should be a much correct, smoothly draw. You know what is the shape. Learning is more important. Now, put the question. In the beginning only write. After write the question, write this question once again. Then write. This is perfectly symmetrical about both vertical and horizontal axis. See here, right here. This is axis of symmetry, that is your YY axis. This is also axis of symmetry, that is XX axis. So, centroid will be here. So, write this once again. Then, draw a neat sketch here. See. Therefore, now, see, 100, 300, another 100, total 500. So, your centroid will be here. And centroidal axis, XX. YY will be here. From the top to here will be, see, up to this level. Total 500, 250, 250. 250, 250. This is 500. So once again 250. But this 250 is not this 250. It came equal. If the side of rectangle is not 300, if it is not 300, if it is something else, different value will come. Okay. Write all these. Then start. Without wasting time, I will finish now only. First, do the usual. All this one. Calculation of moment of inertia about centroidal axis, IXX, IYY. Before that, make a note. What? This question, there is no need of calculating X bar and Y bar both. Even if you calculate, X bar will come 250, Y bar will also come 250. Waste of time. Okay, start. After all the formalities, writing I about any axis equal to I about centroidal axis IG plus A square. After everything is over, start calculating IXX. Start. IXX for 1, IXX for 2, Okay, one by one I'll write. Okay. First Ixx for 1, little upper side I'll write to save the space. Okay. First calculation of Ixx. Okay, start. Ixx for 1. See here. I about its own center of axis. Same. 200 into 300 cube. 200 into 300 cube divided by 12 Ig plus area 200 into 300 multiplied by from centroid G1 to centroid G1 lies in XX, therefore 0 square. This is all told. The last time your axis was somewhere here, so some distance square it was there. Now 0 square. Okay, Ixx over. Next, Ixx for next one. This is for 1 over 2. Ixx for 2. First, I about its own centroidal axis. 0.00686. 0.00686 into diameter power 4, 200. Diameter is 200. Okay. Into 200 power 4 Ig plus area pi by 8 of 200 square is the area into from G2, see, about which one I am doing? About XX. From G2 to XX, this distance square. This distance square is 250 minus 100. That actually you give 150 directly, see. When this is 300, you can tell 150 here. Plus 2d by 3 pi. 2 into 200 divided by 3 pi. This is whole square. Write whatever answer you got here. Write whatever you got here. Then Ixx for 3 equal to I about its own centroidal axis is pi by 128 into diameter power 4 plus area pi by 8 into diameter square is the area into distance G3 also lies in XX, therefore 0 square. 0 square. Okay, write the answer. That's all. Then write Ixx for 4, see, for 4 is equal to, see, Ixx for 4 is equal to Ixx for 3. Same answer copy. Whatever you got here, write once again. Don't calculate. Even if you calculate, it will come same answer for 3. So, write the answer. Then, also, Ixx for 5, see, for 5, this 5 is same as, see, whatever is Ig here, same Ig here. Whatever is this distance square, same distance square. So, Ixx for, because both 2 and 3, 5 are symmetrical about XX. So, is same as Ixx for, which one? Ixx for 3. Ixx for 2, not 3. Ixx for 2. Whatever you got here, write down. See, if it is a dot, this is double dot, then this is triple dot. You write here equal to triple dot, write here double dot. Okay, then therefore write Ixx for entire is, you write the answer. Ixx for 1 plus Ixx for 2, you can do into Ixx for 2 into 2, or once again write plus Ixx for 3 also into 2 you can make. Calculate the answer. Okay, now I about Yy. Oh, the 250 gone. Actually, it is not required now. Okay, I don't want to disturb it. It is 250 or 250. Let it be there. It will get angry. Why you removed me? Okay, I have not removed you. Got rubbed partially. Okay, 250. See now. Start. I about Yy. how much? Calculation. First, calculate IYY for 1. See, you calculate IYY for 1, correctly calculate, then you require IYY for 2, then you require IYY for 3. That's all. IYY for 3. Start. IYY for 1. First, about its own centroidal axis here. See, 300 into 200 cube by 12. 200. No. Oh, you. Okay. 300 into 200 cube divided by 12. IG plus 300 into 200 is the area into even centroid G1 lies in YY also 0 square. Okay, write the answer. Let it be dot. IYY for, okay, let it be right. Okay. Let it be right. Then IYY for 2 here. See, this is G2. First, about its own centroidal axis. Remember, G2 lies in YY. Once again, 0 square. That is pi by 128. Pi by 128 into 200 power 4 plus pi by 8 of 200 square is the area into once again 0 square. Calculate the answer. Let it be double right. IYY for 3. Here, this is your 3. Partially rubbed out. First, I about its own centroidal axis here. See, that is 0.00686 into 300 power 4 plus pi by 8 into 300 square is the area into, see, from centroid G3 to YY, this distance square is 250 minus 150, or directly you can make, or see, 250 minus 150 is exactly this distance. It is visible here. When this is 200, it is 100. That distance plus 2d by 3 pi whole square. 2 into 300 by 3 pi whole square. Let it be triple right. Then IYY for 4 equal to IYY whatever you got for 3. So what you got for 3, write the answer once again. Then IYY for 5 is same as IYY for which one? 2. That is double right. Final answer. First one, second one, third one, fourth one is same as third one, fifth one is second one, or first one, second one into 2 plus next one more one into 2, get the answer. So simple. This is easy question. Now 66 over. I'll go to question number 67 now. Okay. Some new type. Now, question number 67. Some will tell, sir, why all this required? I am going to cover so many questions. See, this way you will improve your knowledge. See, one triangle here, one rectangle here, one quadrant, there's a gap of 20-20 here, not 20-20 match, and then there is a semicircle here covering everything. Now, first, make a note. How will you first put the sketch? See, first try the sketch. Then do one thing. Once again copy the sketch. Then first write. This is perfectly symmetrical about YY. See, this is axis of symmetry. That is your YY. Therefore, right here, no need of finding X bar. Okay. So only XX to be located, so you require Y bar. Okay. Then, how we divide into parts? See, one rectangle, one triangle. And remember, in the triangle here, it is not given how much are these two. First of all, you get one by one. Then two quadrants, one semicircle. See correctly. First, come to rectangle. This base is not given. 1 minute. Tell the height. This is 20. This is 50 means this is 50. Total 70. See here. 20 gap and 50. 70 is the height of the rectangle. Okay. Then this is 60. I marked 60 here. This radius is 90. This is 90. So 60 plus 20 plus 50 or 60 plus 70 plus 90 is 220 is the full height. Okay, now come horizontally. When 90 is the radius here, this full is 180. I can't explain why 180. Okay, over. Then when the full is 180, see here, this radius 50. When this radius is 50, this also 50. From 180, subtract 50, subtract 50, sorry, from 180, subtract 50, subtract 50, you will get this distance as 80. Make a note how you got 80. Then, further, it is not given in the question whether these two are equal or not. See, when we took symmetry axis here, understood, since data is not given, understood that these are equal 40-40. Now, divide into parts. Part 1 is rectangle, see here. This is your part 1, rectangle. Part 2 is full triangle. See, you make a note here that triangle 2, it is isosceles triangle. Therefore, dividing is not required. See, I marked there. See, this everything is single triangle. But if these are not equal, suppose these are not equal, then you have to divide into two triangles. If it is isosceles, no problem. Okay, then 3 is this quadrant, 4 is that quadrant, 5 is semicircle. Okay, now you need y bar from AB. Start. Y bar from AB, formula you write. A1, Y1 plus A2, Y2 plus A3, Y3 plus A4, Y4 plus A5, Y5 divided by total area. Start. A1, 80 into 70. 80 into 70 is A1, rectangle, into 90 plus half of 70. See, rectangle is 70. 90 plus half of 70. Over, rectangle over. Triangle, half into 80 into 60, full triangle, into, see, 90 plus 70 plus 1/3 of 60. Or you can do one thing. Total 220, subtract 2/3 of 60. That is much better. Okay. A2, Y2 over. A3, pi by 16 of 100 square into 90 plus 2d by 3 pi. And then fourth one is identical to 3. See, what way is this distance? Same way this distance. So A1, Y1, A2, Y2, A3, Y3 equal to A4, Y4. So after A3, Y3 into 2 will take care of A4, Y4 plus this semicircle area into this distance is 90 minus 2d by 3 pi divided by all the area A1, A2, A3 into 2 plus A4. You will get 90.379 millimeter. I checked it. Now this I remove now. Therefore 90.379 means, see, this is 90. Very, very near to this edge, but slightly above. Okay. See, very slightly above. This is your x-axis axis. From the bottommost extreme here up to here is 90.379. Now, from the total 220, subtract it, you will get distance from the topmost edge. See, this topmost edge. Actually, what I did is, for safer side, I once again found y bar from top, and I got the answer 129.621. Then Adding these two, I once again got back 220. Therefore, perfectly correct. Now, this is XX. See, YY. See here. I'll change the ink actually. Okay. This is Y. This is YY. Directly from here to here, this distance, or from here, this distance is slightly okay. No problem. I should shift slightly. Total how much? Total 180 means both are 90, 90. I will put the ink and make it more shiny. 1 minute. It should have come little this side. See. Now correct. 90, 90. Now we are ready for moment of inertia calculation. Before that, I will do one thing now. As I rub this side, I will dictate. Listen correctly. Calculation of moment of inertia about centroidal axis. That is I about XX and I about YY. We know from parallel axis theorem, I about any axis equal to IG plus A square. IG is moment of inertia of that component or part considered about an axis passing to centroid parallel to the required axis, plus area is the area. Area is, everybody knows what is area. H is the perpendicular distance from centroid of the component to the required axis. That is to be square. Usual statement you write and get ready for moment of inertia. Now, first start IXX. See, for 3, we should be very, very careful. See, I made a big one here. Okay, start. IXX for 1. Very simple. I about its own centroidal axis plus area into this distance square. That is 129.621. That one minus 60 minus half of 70. Somebody will ask, sir, you have not explained I about its own centroidal axis. You cannot do it, don't do anything then. Okay. IXX for 2. This is isosceles triangle. See, I about its own centroidal axis. This is in between parallel to the base. 80 into full triangle. 80 into 60 cube by 36. Later remember, I won't tell once again, when you want its own YY, it is dividing into 2 parts, 2 equal parts. That IYY is parallel side 60 into 80 cube by 48. I told earlier. Okay. Now, area into, see, this distance square is 129.621 minus 2/3 of 60 whole square. Right, double right. IXX for 3. First, I about its own centroidal axis. It is a quadrant of a circle. 0.00343 diameter power 4 plus area pi by 16 diameter square into this I will explain little later. Into what? Actually, into what? See, into this distance square. I will explain little later. There is a reason. Okay, let it be triple right. IXX for 4 is same as IXX for 3. Whatever you got here, write the same answer. IXX for 5. I about its own centroidal axis. 0.00686 diameter power 4 plus area into, see, this distance square is 90.379. This distance square, 90.379 minus 90 will give you this distance plus 2d by 3 pi whole square. Let it be 5. Right. Final, now close the question. Final I equal to 1 plus 2 plus 3 and 3 and 4 both are equal. In 3 you can make into 2 plus 5. Okay. Now come to the most critical important. This is where so many people find difficulty. See, especially when the quadrant, semicircle or quadrant, when the axis comes between centroid and the junction base, some problem. See, I about its own axis. This is simple. 0.00343 diameter power 4 plus this area into this distance square. Since the centroid comes this side, we will use 129.621. From that one, you have to subtract, see, this distance. So it is 129.621. From that subtract with distance. This distance, we want this distance square is 129.621 subtract this distance. This distance is, see, from here to extreme end here is 70 plus 60, 130. Bracket required, a small bracket. I put a flower bracket here. See, to understand, put a flower bracket. Whole square. Okay. So bracket 130. See, this is 130. From here to here is 2d by 3 pi minus 2 into diameter. Where is diameter? Diameter is 100. Divided by 3 pi. See, once again, 130 up to here minus 2d by 3 pi will give you this distance. From 129.621 subtract this distance. See, we want this distance square means from this total distance from here up to centroid, whatever distance you have to subtract. From here up to centroid is 60 plus 70, that is 130 minus 2d by 3 pi. Sometimes confusion. Or do one thing. Or you got an easy option, see. Or from this side, see. From centroid here to the bottom extreme edge, how much it is? 90, see. I'll show once again here, see. This is 90. It is 90 plus from here to here is 2d by 3 pi. 2 into 100 divided by 3 pi. Actually, this is your y3 from centroid to bottom edge. So from this distance, subtract, how much? Subtract 90.379. That to be whole square. Be very careful. That's why little big I wrote. This is I about xx. Now lastly, I about yy. I will write and explain. Very simple. Now calculation of IYY. IYY for 1. See, G1 lies in YY. G2 lies in YY. G5 lies in YY. Therefore, for 1 and 2 and 5, once you write IG plus area into 0 square. Okay. Only for 3 and 4, distance will be there. Start. First, I about its own centroidal axis. 70 into 80 cube by 12 plus area into 0 square. Here, I about its own axis, centroidal axis for full triangle. This is not the base, it's in between, I told. So then I is, the parallel side is how much here? Parallel dimension is 60. 60 into 80 cube by 48. This I told repeatedly earlier. Already told more than 48 times. I am so sure it is told more than 48 times. Plus area into 0 square. Here, I about its own axis. 0.00343 diameter power 4 plus area into from G3 to YY, this distance square. This distance square is 90 minus 50 will give you this distance. Actually, it is 40 only, or directly you can do it. See, 40 plus 2d by 3 pi whole square. Okay. Let it be triple, see, dot, double dot, triple dot. IYY for 4 is same as IYY for 3, same triple dot. IYY for 5, first about its own axis. Pi by 128 of diameter power 4. Somebody will ask, sir, last time for 5, you took 0.00686. This time you are writing pi by 128. Yes, I do that way. I don't know subject. I randomly write. Whatever comes to my mind, I will tell that way only. If somebody will ask in the offline class, sir, last time, sir, you wrote pi by pi and 128. This time you wrote decimal number. I will tell, yes, see, I am little age problem, confusion for me. What to do? You are youngster, genius, you learn yourself only. For me, you don't have to learn much. Whatever I tell, if you understand or leave it. That's the best thing to do, tell. After explaining so many times, okay, you get the answer. Now, do the needful. I won't tell what is needful. Somebody will ask, sir, what to do? Nothing to do. Don't continue the subject. If after explaining all these, still if somebody will ask, sir, what is the next step or how to continue? Not to continue. Okay. Sorry, these harsh words are required. One who is studying or learning, he should have patience and he should also have good belief in the person who is teaching. I think by this time, I am so sure that all those who are studying seriously, they got a full confidence in me. I hope so. See, in the comment section, you don't comment anything. Whatever I tell this way. See, no rest. I have seen so many classes. Comment after comment, non-stop comment. Here, nobody is commenting. Why? I will tell one small thing. One student will tell, sir, why you are not asking doubts? See, first of all, he will tell, sir, doubt. What is doubt? See, yes, that is my class. Doubt means, what is doubt? Doubt should never come in my class. I always take care, but remember, you have to study everything, not suddenly come to this class and see, oh, some sketch is there, let me see, nothing clear, randomly is explaining. Okay, such people I do not want. I want only dedicated people. Okay, sorry for some harsh words, once in a while required. Okay, thank you. We'll meet in the next class. Question number, I'll note down later.